Appropriate that it's LA we're playing against tonight with AB. Um, I think some of our players are old enough to have watched her when she was in her.
Status for Kira?
I think we're good to go. She hasn't done a warm up yet, but she's not feeling a lot better. But like I told you this morning, she wants to play, and I think she's good enough to go. And we'll see how that wind is.
That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. If she's good to go, is that kind of a, be careful of her, watch her minutes, be careful.
Don't I always, Kareem?
Yes, yes, you do. Um, just a couple keys that you want to make sure you take care of against LA today.
Well, I'd like to turn it over less. That'd be a good start from the other night. I think we'll see kind of stylistic. Excuse me, I'm trying not to sneeze. I think we'll see a similar kind of stylistic approach from LA that we did from Seattle. They have very mobile bigs the same way that Seattle does, and um, we've watched the situations now. We've kind of practiced those type of things, and I want to see a response. I want to see us handle the ball better, keep our dribble better, read coverage better. Um, that's an obvious area we need to improve, and then we got to keep the ball out of the paint, and guards and bigs both will put it on the floor for them. So we got to really contain the ball early.
And just one on Elena, how much does these nights mean to you guys? Because the way you guys run this organization, and there's a family feel to it, right? And so I'm just curious, what do nights like this where you get to honor somebody from the past mean to you and everybody else?
I told the players yesterday, I think it's, one of my personally favorite nights of the year, and I think it's one of the most important ones we do. Um, the players, first of all, it's an opportunity for the fans to reconnect with that player. And I think it means a lot to them. It means a lot to, I hope, to our current players that, these are the players who we have built this league and this organization on. Appropriate that it's LA we're playing against tonight with AB. Um, I think some of our players are old enough to have watched her when she was in her Mystics days. I think a lot of them saw her in her LA days. Um, but it's great. Coach T kind of was the driver behind getting this Hall of Fame going. It had felt a little overdue that we needed to connect with, the players that were the start of the journey of this franchise. And um, last year was a very emotional one for different reasons. I think tonight will be a great celebration of AB and what she did here and what she meant to this team. And I think it's cool every year that our players get to see it and see what it can mean to play here and have an impact on this city and this team.
Up on Elena, when the news first came out that she was inducted, you talked about, going up against her and how hard it was to go against her. What was most challenging?
Getting the ball across half court. No, I'm serious. Like you had to. I was just telling Christy Winter Scott, like, how many players in the league do you really have to game plan for their defense? And usually it's some shot blockers or maybe a big that hedges, or you had to rethink your entire approach to getting into your offense when you played against. If you were lucky, they put her on a wing. She guarded a wing, and so you could actually get the ball up the floor. Those are games. You had to have your big bring it up. You'd have to have 2 or 3 guard outlets and hope that she didn't run over and take the one who was initiating. Hope they didn't change her matchup out of a timeout. It was just destructive in a way that very rarely had to account for. I mean, it just total dedication to getting her body healthy, and then not just healthy, but in the type of condition to play that way. Uh, those are very, very few and far between.
Any specific games come to mind? I don't know, but either when she was in DC or when she was in LA.
I remember way back. I mean, we played. I think her rookie year when we were in Connecticut. I think we played her in the playoff series, and they won Game 1 in DC. And we were able to turn the series around, but um, she had just totally revitalized that team. She came in as a rookie and was pretty sensational right away. I'm trying to think. I mean, those LA games are just one big blur of her picking people at half court. Uh, that's I just remember that. So yeah, she was a major part of them being one of the best teams in the league for a few years.
Yeah, Another player getting a bobblehead next week. Slim's got her own bobblehead. Have you seen this? What are your thoughts on the bobblehead?
I actually haven't seen it up close. I saw her looking at it, but I have not seen it up close with my own eyes.
What is it? How cool is that to have when an active player gets
It's cool. I actually don't know if she's had one before. I don't know if no, never. Okay. I mean, no, it's cool. I mean, I'm sure it's fun for her. I'm sure her family's loving it. I remember when I was younger, just being a bobblehead collector, and I think probably some of our players were too, or had different ones, and um, it's cool. It means you got a little status. You got a bobblehead. Fans are going home with it. It's a big deal.
your stats on the box.
Got stats on the box. It's a new phenomenon. No Zoom? Great. Jen's not there. No